I got steady motion, 2, 3, I'm like Jordan. Every day I'm jumping, I turn up the function. I'ma keep it jumping, jumping, jumping. I'ma keep it jumping, jumping and jumping. I got steady.
Welcome all to another edition of the Defying Gravity podcast. I'm your host, Terrence B. And look, I am proud today, as a proud ASU alum, to have greatness in the studio. My mighty basketball hornet. What do they call the basketball hornet? I don't know, the marching hornet.
No, just the Hornets, man.
It's just the Hornets.
Just the Hornets.
But look, we just made history going to the NCAA tournament. And look, nobody's going to ring the alarm louder than me. I have Coach Tony Madlock in the building. Y'all clap it up.
Thank you.
And then them boys were dropping threes all season long. I got my main man, Deuce. What up, Deuce?
What up?
That's what's up. He cool as can be. But look, man, thank y'all for taking the time to come into the podcast because I really want the people to know what went into making such a historic season. So what do you think about everything that's been going on right now?
Well, first of all, thank you for having us, and it just means so much to myself and to my program, to the city of Montgomery, to all the HBCUs around the country, to Alabama State University, where history is made, and we made history this year. Like you said, it was the first time that Alabama State has ever won a game in the NCAA tournament. We haven't gone to the tournament since 2011, so that's a long time.
Right.
So we had a lot of really good things going on this year, but it all starts with my players. I got a really good staff. These guys really bought into the vision, and again, hard work pays off.
So what's your history with? Did you go to a HBCU?
No. I'm a graduate of, at the time, it was Memphis State University. I am from Memphis originally, and graduated from Memphis State University. It's University of Memphis now, and this is year 3 for me here at Alabama State. My first head coaching job was at South Carolina State University. So now I've been at HBCU for 4 years now.
So what was it like? Because over the past couple of years, I've been hearing about Memphis, and Memphis is like one of the hardest cities to live in right now. Has it always been that hard?
I don't know what do you mean by hard?
Like the gangster rappers, like people getting shot up in Memphis, bro.
Yeah, I think it's a tough city, but it's a city that is known for for having really good people, for having a good culture. It's one of those. It's kind of like an acquired taste. So I am a true Memphian. So I mean, sure, you're not going to be able to tell me anything bad about the city.
Nothing bad.
No, you're not going to be able to tell me anything. But now again, there's probably some rough edges and some bad apples everywhere.
Right.
But no, I am a true Memphian, and we really take a lot of pride in our city.
That's what's up. Deuce, where you from, man?
Well, I'm originally from Statesville, North Carolina, but I moved when I was little to Morristown, Tennessee. It's like 45, 30 minutes away from Knoxville. It's a little town. Not really much athletes come out there.
Really?
Yeah.
So what was it like growing up for you? Like, how did you get into basketball?
I picked up basketball probably when I was able to walk. I know that for sure. I remember when I was little, super little, just having a mini hoop on the goal, just running around the house, dunking on it all the time. So, I mean, just those type of moments, like, just made me have the passion for it.
Cool. So coming from North Carolina all the way to Montgomery, Alabama to participate in the NCAA tournament, like, that has to be a culture shock for you. What was that like?
I mean, it was just truly a blessing, like, just seeing me plus the coaches and my teammates, like, all of us just taking it in at one time and just, like, enjoying the moment with each other. It was definitely a true blessing.
That's what's up. Well, look, we got this young man here, and Coach, I appreciate you bringing him to be a part of this interview.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any thoughts of pledging, I know your coach is a new Kappa Alpha Psi, but there's another fraternity that's black and gold. Alpha Phi Alpha. We looking for some hoopers. You dig? You got a girl on campus?
Yeah, I do.
You got a girlfriend?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Coach, I know you had to watch some girls off.
Yeah, well, the thing about it, one thing, let me tell you a little bit about Deuce and how we recruited him. Of course, again, he is Morristown, Walter State Junior College is where he played at. He played for one of my former players, since I'm basically telling my age. So one of my players that I coached at Arkansas State way back in the day was his junior college coach. So got a chance to go and watch Deuce with his team, and I mean they were a really, really good team. They had 30+ wins that year. They went to Hutch, and when you're in a junior college and you go to Hutch, they're just like going to the NCAA tournament. Right. So he went to the national tournament for junior college, and he just had a phenomenal year. He was really good, man. He was everything that we were looking for, and we were looking for a guy that could come in and shoot the basketball, and be a guy that had some toughness about him, and he was able to do that. He won a lot of games for us. He helped us win a lot of games this past year because, first of all, he's tough. He wants to compete, plays with a great pace, plays with speed. But the best thing about him, he can shoot that basketball. Right. And so we were fortunate enough to get him, and we're glad that he's coming back. So he's gonna be that senior next year that's gotta lead. Right. And we've been talking about that, and he's gonna do a good job of trying to get us back to that dance.
So, in this current state of sports, I hear a lot of people talking about the NIL and keeping players. How hard is it to maintain a good team when you got schools with a little bit more money, maybe making them offers?
Well, this is the world we live in. This is so in college athletics now, the transfer portal and NIL has basically taken over. So it's from every level. It's from the low Division I to mid D1 to high level Division I. Is that mostly every year you're gonna have a new team. Right. And this is how it works now. So as a coach, we understand it. It's nothing we're gonna be able to do about it. We just gotta adjust to it. Like this year coming up now, we got 5 returners coming back. Wow. 5 returners. So we actually got, I think we had 7 that actually got in the portal. So that's but again, we understand it. So it's an opportunity for these guys to sometime go and play at a higher level, maybe. But again, it's something that we have to deal with, and every college basketball coaches have to deal with the same thing.
What can we as alums do to kind of help assist or get in that game? I'm not rich, but I know a couple rich people.
Yeah, well, exactly. Well, the thing about it, NIL is real. So so one thing about it, Dr. Ross, Dr. Cable, the leaders at Alabama State have shown all the support in the world to us, to my program, and to me. And so I know that everybody's stepping up, because we know in this world we live in that basically you're going to have money in order to try to maintain your program and get that program to stay at a certain level. And so for all the alumni, it's ways to give. But again, I have the best president and AD in the world, so I think that we're gonna be fine.
That's what's up. And now we ended up. We had to pay you here, offer you another contract, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
We took care of business.
Oh yeah. So exactly. It goes back to the leadership with Dr. Cable and Dr. Ross. I'm fortunate to be in this position that I'm in. Again, I can't do it without my staff. I can't do it without these guys and these players. And so again, it was something that hadn't been done in a long time here about getting to the dance, and it was something that had never been done by winning the game. So again, I'm so blessed to have a chance to come back and try to do it again and again.
Right, that's right. Look, and it's almost like y'all hit a stride mid-season, and I can't remember what game that was I came to this year. It was a home game, and I think it was Southern. Did y'all play Southern?
Yeah. I can help you with this. So we were struggling a little bit. We were right at a 500 team. We were playing at home on a Saturday. So in the SWAC, our league plays on Saturday and Monday. Mm-hmm. So we were playing Grambling at home on Saturday. They beat us and beat us pretty good. I mean, it was one of those that ended up beating us maybe by 8 to 10 points. But it was one of those when we walked off the court, we didn't feel very good, right, because they came into our house and basically punked us. Right. All right. So now you got a quick turnaround. You play on Saturday, everybody's feeling bad. And we got the number 1 team at that time. Southern was undefeated, so they come in on that Monday. So again, nothing good comes after a loss. Nobody feels good. Right. You know what I mean? Everybody who's been an athlete, been a coach, knows that losing causes a lot of problems. So we lose the game on Saturday. Now we got to try to to refocus and get ready for a Monday night game against the best team in the league.
Right.
Well, now Southern comes in and we beat them. So now we win that game, and all the things that we talk about as a staff, we talk about to our guys is that we told you we're a good team.
Right.
It's just a matter of us doing everything that we talk about doing. So we beat the number one team, and from that point on, you could just see our confidence building.
Right.
And so we end up, before we end up winning like 10 of our last 11 games,
Right.
and we got hot at the right time.
And look, I have some good friends that went to FAMU.
Yep.
And Howard, you know who you are, Malcolm, Calhoun. So whenever y'all beat FAM, that's a good year.
Yeah. Well, not only did we beat them this year, we swept them.
You swept them?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you
So
swept
yeah.
them.
So we beat them at their place, and then turn around and beat them at our place.
How many points you score against FAM?
I ain't do too much shooting wise, but defensive wise, we always there.
Lock them down?
Yeah, we was like,
I like it. So I like to keep things loose. We're gonna talk some more basketball.
Yep.
But I also like to allow our viewers to get to know a little bit more about you.
Okay.
I'm all about Montgomery, Alabama. Have you all found some good food? I know Xavier and Airmark does a great job over on campus. But have y'all been able to get off of the campus? Where's your favorite place to eat here in Montgomery?
For me now, again, I kind of do a little bit of everything. So I have a wife that likes to go out and eat, and my daughter likes to go out and eat, and my son TJ always try to find a way to tag along. I don't know how he does it all the time, but he always finds a way when we're going out to eat to find out. I guess my wife must text him or something. I don't know. So La Jolla, we do that.
You get the lamb chops in La
Oh,
Jolla?
they're big time. Big time.
You had the burger yet? The La Jolla
No, I hadn't had the burger. I had the lamb chops. And Central is good. We've done Central multiple times. There's multiple Mexican restaurants we do.
You do Mexican?
Oh yeah.
San Marco?
I don't think it's San Marco.
Ixtapa?
So it's out there. It's got to be
East Chase?
not East Chase, but like Vaughn and Taylor.
Okay.
Yeah. Taco Mama, I think, is out there. Yeah, there's a couple other spots that's out there that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Coach, get out.
we get after it.
Yeah,
We get after it.
soul food.
Yep. Penny George, of course.
Okay.
And then what's my spot that's right by campus?
Filet and Vine.
Huh?
Filet and Vine?
Yeah, I had that. Actually, I had that the other day.
J.W. Beverage?
That's it.
Yes, sir.
That's the
Get out,
yeah. That's the one now.
That's what I'm
That's
talking
that's the one, and that's one because a lot of other soul food places are not open on Sunday.
Right.
She is.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's open. So I've had her on Sunday. So she's open on Sunday. So that's a good place.
The thing I like about J.W. Beverage, she'll drop a whole fish with the head and everything.
Yeah.
You found any food or you just eat pizza?
You actually don't tell them what they eat.
no, my two is definitely Kobe's. I just ate that last night too.
Kobe?
Yeah, that's fine. And then Wings Daily.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what, you got a nice little NIL deal or something.
Nah, I ain't got none of that.
That's what's up. We'll get you straight.
Yeah, exactly. We gotta get them right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get them right.
Me and our academy gonna send you something, my boy.
Nah, you good.
Yeah.
Look, so what's that like coaching your son? I didn't find that out until the end of the season. Your son is on the team, TJ.
Yeah. So where you been? Like, I mean, what you talking about? I mean, I've been here for 3 years.
I didn't know, bro.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, three years now. He's when I got my first head coaching job at South Carolina State, which was again 4 years ago. So I was there for 1 year. So he went with me out of high school. I was an assistant at Memphis, and so when I got the job at South Carolina State, of course, it was a no-brainer for him to go with me. And so he played his freshman year at South Carolina State. Then I got the job here at Alabama State, which was his sophomore year. So he's played here for 3 years.
The whole time.
Yeah.
I had no clue.
Yeah, he's had an unbelievable career, man. I'm so proud of him.
So I'm embarrassed. If I am as much of an ASU supporter as I say I am, I need to step my game.
Yeah, you do. I do. Exactly.
So what is it like? Like, what if your son is not giving his best, and like him having to go? I don't know if he goes home to you, but y'all spend personal time. How hard is it to separate daddy from coach?
It's very easy. First of all, when he was growing up, I never coached him. So I only coached him when he got to college. So I was just always dad in the stands, even though we would do stuff like watch film and stuff like that as he was growing up, but I was just dad. And so when I started coaching, it was easy because first of all, he's one of those guys that he plays extremely hard and he's tough. So it's always, he was never one of the guys that you got to push to play hard, to practice hard, those type of things. And then when he didn't, I was able to coach him, and I probably did coach him probably harder than anybody else because first of all, I know he can take it. Right. And so, what he's gonna do, go tell his mama. So, but it was one that he's a guy that, again, I was able to coach him hard. And so those guys could see that I could go off on TJ, I could say whatever I wanted to say, and he was just gonna respond like, I got you, and we keep it moving. And so it kind of set the tone for those guys to know where if he can yell at his son and go off on his son, well, I'm pretty sure he probably can do it to me too. So it made it easy.
You with that?
Yeah, I'm with it.
So tell me, how is it coming up under Coach Madlock? He always looks so serious. I don't even know if I haven't seen you smile since when you smiled.
Yeah, smile. Yeah. I'm not coaching the game right now.
Right.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Every time I see you, bro, it's intense.
Yeah.
Like you about to hit somebody.
Yeah.
But what is that like? Is he really as hard as he comes off?
I mean, it's kind of similar to my JUCO coach. I've always been raised coach hard, cuss that, yell that, fuss that. I'm used to it. And then soon as my JUCO coach got the new job, my second year at my JUCO, it was just like I was getting coached by my dad again. Right. So it was just all of it. I just take it in. Sometimes I'm gonna have a moment or two, but them yelling at me, I can handle it. It's just.
And that prepares you because I ain't gonna lie. I watched the game against Auburn. I felt like y'all could have beat Auburn.
Yeah.
If y'all had played Auburn the next day, y'all would have got it. Well,
let me get back to it. Before we get to Auburn, let me talk about Deuce and how he was coached. So again, I told you his junior college coach played for me. Right. And so I got a chance to watch him as he's been a junior college coach. He was a Division I, then he went back to being a junior college head coach. And now I know I go off. But I don't think I'm as bad as Jerry Nichols. We're gonna put his name out there. Jerry Nichols, who's the coach at Walter State. Now, because I've gone to his practices and I watched him and I know. So that's one thing I loved about Deuce, and that's why I want to recruit him and coach him because I knew he could take it. Right. Because I'm sitting there I'm watching the practice and I see my former player go off, really go off, and I'm like, I ain't that bad.
Where did you get that from?
I don't know because when I coached him, I was an assistant coach. Right. So I wasn't going off like that. So I don't know where he got that from. But he's an excellent coach. And so that was one thing that attracted me. Not only is Deuce a really good player, but I knew he was going to be fine for me because he had been coached. Mm-hmm. And he was not going to take anything I say personal. Right. And that's the type of dudes that I have to recruit. I have to recruit dudes that I know can take it. Because a lot of, this is 2025. So a lot of guys, they have been coached and I don't want to use the word soft, but they're not as tough as they need to be. Right. And so it's tough for me to coach guys like that. Right. I got to coach guys like Deuce that I can get on, but they got to know, again, I love them though. Right. So I just want to win. They're going to hear me say this all the time. I'm coaching you hard because I want you to be the best player you can be. I want you to be the best person you can be. And, I just want to win. And so it goes back to, so Deuce is one of those that I can coach him hard, even when he has a moment and he don't want me to coach him hard, he'll snap out of it. It don't take long, right. And so, again, I'm proud of that. So, all right, you want to get back to Auburn? Go ahead. We can go back to the Auburn game.
No. I want to stay where you are because, I work with kids. I work with a lot of young people. And the best way to keep them motivated, to me sometimes, is to not focus on what they can't do, but highlight what they can do.
Exactly.
Because if you focus on what they can't do, a lot of these younger kids, they don't try.
Yeah.
They don't want to have to step up to the next level. But what makes them try harder is telling them, ooh, you did a little bit better. So in the coaching arena, how is it? Because it's a fine line between motivation, coaching, and just dogging them. So how do you make sure you keep them inspired?
We're not gonna dog. We're never gonna be disrespectful to them. We're never gonna do that. Now again, I'm a cursor by nature. So when I talk and I coach, I curse.
You cuss?
I do.
Cuss?
Yeah, I do. I'm not cursing today. Okay. I hope not. But I might. I might, but I know this is a good podcast. So
Yes,
yeah, but anyway, but it was by nature. That's how I. But they figured me out though. It don't take long.
Right.
You know, if you got a guy, you got him on campus. You usually get him on campus in June. So by the time they get to June and July, I probably don't curse as much as we do when it gets back to August. But that's just how I am. But they understand though, it's not personal.
Right.
It's never gonna be personal. It's gonna be me trying to motivate, me trying to make sure that you do things the right way. We talk about being disciplined and holding my guys accountable. And so if we can do that, that's the reason why we were able to win some games, because we were a very disciplined team.
Right.
And when we do mess up, we hold each other accountable.
That's right.
And so that's part of what we do and how we do it. But these guys know I love them, and that's how we gonna coach them.
That's right. Now, y'all ready to get to Auburn?
Yeah, let's get to Auburn.
I think y'all could have beat Auburn. I think we have.
Yeah, I do too. But so you have a game plan. So we spent a lot of time, me and my staff and my guys, and it was a quick turnaround for us because we had won the play-in game on Tuesday night.
Right.
So now we win the play-in game on Tuesday night. We get on the bus and we go 2 hours down the road to Lexington,
Right.
Kentucky. So now we're playing on Thursday. So we're playing on Thursday. So that's a really quick turnaround to play the number one team in the country,
Right.
the overall number one seed.
Right.
So, but we were excited about it because, first of all, we had played Auburn the year before, and we know they're a really good team. There's a reason why they were the overall number one seed. But our game plan was, and I think if this could have happened, we would have had a better chance. We knew we had to make threes.
Right.
We know, because that's the best equalizer in college basketball,
Right.
being able to make threes. So our goal was, if we can get around 12, and we can make around 12 threes, that's gonna keep us in the game. That's gonna keep some game pressure on them. And if we can get a number 15,
Right.
we got a chance to win this game. Well, needless to say, we only made 6 threes in that game. So we didn't. So as well as we played, and we only got beat by 20. That if we had been able to make threes, I think that it would have been a lot closer game.
If we would have hit 12,
12 would have had us in the ball game.
In the ball
Would have had some game pressure on them.
Right.
And then again, because we had a game this year where we made 17 threes. So if we were in that 12 to 15 range, we would have, we would have had I think we would have had a lot of fun.
Right. How was it playing in that game?
I mean, it was just, I don't know, I can't even explain it. Like just for it to be my first time like at this level, and being able to make it to something like that big, like I just took it all in. And then the first play-in game, being able to perform and help, it was a blessing for sure.
So, Coach, tell the viewers, what does something like going to the NCAA tournament do for a school like Alabama State University?
Oh, it does so much. First of all, and the thing that everybody likes to talk about, and it should, is money.
Right.
So when you go to the NCAA tournament, you get money by making it, you get additional money by winning a game. So so it's done a lot for the university in that way. But so much more though, exposure. Mm-hmm. You just think about this now. We played in the first 4 games, okay? So that is the first game of March Madness. Right. Everybody's watching. So that Tuesday night game when we played in Dayton, Ohio, everybody's watching, but that's the first game, and it's a standalone game. So when you get to Thursday, there are multiple games going on. So your game, if you're a fan of one game, you could be watching something else because it's gonna be a game here, it's gonna be a game there. But we were the standalone game. So everybody in the country was watching Alabama State University. Okay, now, not only do we find a way to win that game, because if we had won, just think about this, if we had won the game by 5, 6, 7 points, it would have been a big story for us as a University of Alabama State, for the city of Montgomery, for HBCUs, because you won a game.
Right.
But how we won, by us winning on the last second shot, it turned it into a national story.
Right.
And so now, again, and you got the man beside you who threw the pass. he's forever gonna be remembered. So everybody saw at the end when one shining moment. And so when Deuce throws the pass, and the reason why that play worked is because of his pass. His pass was perfect. And so again, it goes back to for us to start off March Madness by throwing with 3 seconds to go, and we throwing a pass, and we hit a layup basically at the buzzer for everybody in the country to see.
Wow.
So just think about what does that do for Alabama State, Montgomery, HBCUs.
Wow.
Big.
And recruiting as well, right?
Yeah, recruiting is recruiting, but again, now you finna make me go back to money again. So again, that it used to be back in the day, because I've been a college coach for 30 years. So back in the day, recruiting was about relationships.
Right.
No more. No more.
The dollar.
About the dollar. Relationships can get you in the door, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have to have some money.
Got to have the money.
Yeah.
Well, cool. The name of this podcast is called Defying Gravity. And so, in today's world, we have so many things like depression, anxiety. It's a lot of people experiencing mental health or depression. So, I define fighting those things as defying gravity. Each day I wake up, I work out, I read, I pray to defy gravity, to not let those things pull me down to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
We have to fly high, because if we do nothing, gravity is bound to pull us down. So I want to hear from both of you. How do you defy gravity? How do you allow those things like that game that you lost, that if you had done this one adjustment, how do you stop those things from bringing you down and pulling you down? How do you defy gravity? I'll start with you.
Yeah, that is a great question, man, because being a college coach, again, 30 years in, and being my own boss and being the head coach of a team for 4 years, that is tough to do, especially as a head coach, because like you said, man, after a loss, you're replaying the game on what could I have done, what we prepared for this, what we prepared for that, what didn't we do, and why didn't we do it well enough to win this game? And like you said, man, it sticks with you. Because really, when you win a game, you're really excited about it, but you're always on to the next one.
Right.
You're on to the next one, so you really don't get to enjoy it as much. When you lose a game, like I was just telling you earlier, when you lose a game, nothing good comes from losing. So now you're beating yourself up. You're worried about, well, my player's good enough. And me as a coach, was I good enough tonight? Right. And so for me to be grounded, first of all, I always get back to my family. It gets back to my family on, I'm not that coach that I don't take anything home. A good day, bad day, especially the bad one, I don't take it home. Now I'm not walking the door skipping and going crazy because we lost a game, but I don't take it home. So my family keeps me grounded. And again, I was raised in the church. I'm a Christian man, so I pray, and that's always kept me grounded. So that's part of it. And then my guys, my coaches, I have a really good staff, and my players, man. I have this last group I had, for the most part, they did everything I asked them to do. Right. They bought into coach going crazy and yelling and going off to the guy that's trying to make sure they do everything right, from how we look when we go in the airport. How we look when we travel, how we eat, how we, just everything. Because again, not only and we're talking about basketball, we're trying to teach these young men life lessons. And so we spend a lot of time, man, talking about, hey, what are you gonna be doing 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Right. Because this is a big picture. Right. And again, so as these guys wanna, because they know me, like they're not gonna walk through the airport and we have on slides. Right. We're not gonna do that. We're not going to be in a restaurant and have our hoodies on. Right. We're not gonna do that. Right. Just because of, again, we're trying to teach them, because a lot of these young men, I am their dad away from home. Right. So I am trying to instill in things that my dad instilled in me, and so that's the way we try to do things.
And before I go to you, I'm getting ready to ask you that same question, but how much responsibility, which you did address that, but a lot of these young men, they're at a pinnacle or crucial point in their development. They're becoming young men, but they're experiencing life in a way that's new to them.
Yep.
How much responsibility do you take in, again, you hear Duke say he got a girlfriend. You got to watch his relationship, because if his girl's stressing him, that's going to be on the court, ain't it?
It could be. Exactly. And we talk about it all the time. Hey, listen, when we walk on those, come between those lines, everything that has happened outside, you gotta put that aside for 2 hours.
Right.
You have to. I know sometimes it's hard. It's hard for a grown man.
Right.
For a 55-year-old man, I know sometimes it's really tough for a 22-year-old young man.
Right.
I get it. But something that you have to do. But again, that's part of the responsibility. When I signed up to be a coach, man, all that came into play. That you can, it's just, if people think that it's just me coaching these guys on Saturday and Monday, that's probably the easiest part.
Right.
It's all the other things that comes into coaching these guys and being around them, because they're around. Just think about it. They're around me and I'm around them more than I'm around my own family. Because we spend so much time together, either traveling or preparing, either practice or getting ready for games, film work, workouts, all that stuff. So again, we're together, man, so much, and so a lot of things that I say to these guys, I am their daddy figure away from home.
Deuce, defying gravity. How do you defy gravity?
Well, I mean, just being here, like, where I'm so far away from home, it's like 5.5, 6 hours. So I really can't, like, Coach, he can go to his family. I mean, here, I go back to the apartments. But like he said, the coaches and stuff, like, he got good staff. Like, sometimes when I be down on myself or whatnot, like, yeah, I'll come home and pray, but Coach Bob, he's on the assistant. He always makes sure he's either calling me, talking to me, or he also be sending me, like, sermons, lectures, all types of things to, like, tune into. And, like, when I tune into those things and also read my Bible, like, it just calms my head, calms my mind. And then, like, days that I have moments, like, I always look in the mirror, like, just look at myself. Like, God didn't put me in this position for no reason. I'm not here for no reason. So, like, all the days that I want to give up, I just look in the mirror. I got something to do it for. I got a family. I got mom and dad. Like, I'm grateful for both of them, because some folks don't got their family. Right. So it's just a blessing, and just always having somebody in my shoulder, like Coach Bob and even Coach Madlock, just all the coaches, like, just being here for us, it's definitely a less relief.
That's awesome to hear this young man.
Yeah. And on top of that, he has the type of parents, because again, I've been in this business a long time, so I've seen parents that are really, really involved, and I've seen parents that could care less. But Deuce has the parents. He has parents that are very supportive. I mean, like he said, they're 5.5 hours, 6 hours away from Montgomery, and I'm gonna look up and I see his mom and dad in the stands. When we're in Atlanta for the SWAC tournament. We playing in Huntsville. I see, we see his parents, and his dad is going crazy at the games when he's making all these threes. I mean, it's a blessing for him, and he knows the support that he has at home. And so I got to give his parents a lot of just thoughts and what they've done to support him. And again, it's really a blessing to have parents like that.
That's awesome. So, do you all get a chance to watch some professional NBA basketball?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So it's playoff time.
Yep.
You look like a Lakers man.
I'm not. I don't have a team. First of all, I like to see good basketball. So I don't have a team. I've always liked players.
Okay.
So I've always been. Even when I was young, I used to kind of gravitate to players. So I don't know. You're probably gonna get to this question, but I'm an MJ guy. I knew you was gonna say. I knew you was gonna get to it.
Right?
I knew it. I mean, yeah.
And
But it goes to my age.
Yeah.
But it goes to my age, and I don't know that. But you just told me your age a few minutes ago. I'm trying to figure out.
45.
Yeah.
Old school.
Yeah. Exactly. So you talk about. So I'm an MJ guy. But like right now, man, these young guys that's in the league, man, they're so talented. They're so talented. Like the way Boston plays. Now I think they shoot sometimes a little too many threes, but they're really talented. They'll have a chance to repeat. Ant-Man is a beast. You know, you can just go down the line, but no, I am more a fan of players than team.
Right. So you choose MJ in the MJ versus LeBron debate.
Yes.
Can you tell me why?
Again, I am old school. I have, you know, I was when I was younger, and I'm watching MJ, and just not only does he have the 6 rings, not only does he's never been beat in the finals. You know, you talk about all defensive team. You talking about the 6 MVPs of the finals. I mean, you can just go down the list. But the thing that I love about MJ is just a dog. He's just so mentally tough. And I know you probably, when you're on any type of social media and you hear all the stories about MJ and the stuff, you just like, really? Like, I mean, just the respect that he has for so many of the former players and guys that are around him, and just how ruthless he was as a player. And so again, it goes back to my age though.
Yeah, I love MJ too.
And let me go back to LeBron is a bad boy now. Like, he is. I mean, he is, you know, all the things that he's done, we got to make sure he has pride. But again, with my age and my era, yeah, I'm with MJ.
You got anybody else above LeBron besides MJ?
I'm taking MJ is probably, I mean, LeBron is second. He's second. I'm putting him second.
What about you? MJ or LeBron?
I'm a Curry fan.
See, I told you when you came in,
Yeah.
y'all done brought the light skin.
Exactly. And you know what though? So this is another debate. Where is he gonna get in? Like, so is he now creeping into the top 10? Gotta be, right?
Only because he changed the game.
Yes.
He changed the game. But I don't know if he changed the game for the better though. Like, again, we talk about how these guys they're shooting the 3 ball a little too much.
Yeah.
And it's taking out a lot of other factors of the game.
Yeah.
But he's something special.
Really special.
And he's a game changer.
And he's the best shooter of all time.
All time.
So yeah, we gotta give him his props.
Yeah. You put him in the top 10?
I think he's got to be close, right? I mean, he's got to be. I mean, we start naming, you know, again, you're gonna start talking about Eric, but when you said what you said about has changed the game, I think he's got to be in top 10 now. He's got to be.
You're right.
Yeah.
Man, I was watching the NBA Top 75. They had Kobe like at number 9.
Yeah.
That thing hurt?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's 3 to 9.
Yeah.
Somewhere 3 to 10, somewhere in there, depends on, because again, like folks like us, I mean, even though I watched it play, but like people forget about Kareem, you know, and like I didn't see Wilt. Right. So, you know, like again, so when you go back and look at the stuff that these guys did, so it's amazing. So again, I think that Kobe's legitimate, you know, anywhere from 3 to 10.
Well, that's what's up. So before we go, I want to know, who do you have winning the NBA championship this year?
Well, I'm gonna say we're gonna try to go ahead and maybe repeat it with Boston. Yeah, just because I think, especially if Jaylen Brown is healthy, I just think, man, they shoot the ball, they can defend, they got size, and I think this is gonna be the year that, you know, because, you know, Jason Tatum, what he's capable of doing. I thought he had a really good year last year, but I think some people kind of not disrespected him because he did win a championship. But, you know, the narrative of him after winning a championship was, you know, he didn't win the Finals MVP, and he goes to the Olympics and then don't get the burn that he probably should have gotten. Right. So, you know, so usually after you win a championship, you should be celebrated, and he wasn't celebrated because he was the best player on that team last year. So hopefully he can go ahead and repeat and then do all the things he want to do.
Yeah. Who do you have winning?
I like Shea getting one.
OKC?
Yeah.
They seem a little fugazi.
Well, we're gonna see. Now the thing about them is they had the best team all year, but
don't you got to see Golden State first?
Well, I don't know. Not yet. I don't think so. But it's one of those deals that they're going to have to grow up fast because usually you need some experience. You got to go through something. You know, most of the teams have to go through it.
Right.
You know, you have to lose it one time.
Right.
You think about Boston, you know, they lost it and then they turn around and usually you have to go through something.
They
So
lost
we'll
it
see.
last year too, right?
Yeah, but they didn't get to the finals though. So usually you gotta, so you gotta really,
You gotta get to
but whatever, but a great team though. So we'll see.
Well, we'll see. So we got OKC.
Yep.
We got Boston.
Who you going with?
I'm rolling with the Lakers. Luka and LeBron gonna be a problem.
And they are a problem.
Huh?
They are a problem.
Yeah. And I think, and do you realize Bronny will have a championship as a rookie?
It says a lot.
It says a lot.
Yep.
Coach, man, thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you, man, for having us, man.
You have the script?
You said what?
You got the script?
What's good?
You said Bronny get his first championship ring. You got the script?
Yo, so basically, do you already know what's gonna happen? Basically, that's what he's trying to say. Do you already know? It's already planned out?
I just believe it.
Okay, gotcha.
It comes to me. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you, man.
Boy.
That it?
Yep.
Make sure you get us a copy of it, man.
Sure will.